Assalamu alaikum. My name is Tahir and you are watching live HR Consultants Pakistan. आज का जो हमारा सेशन होने जा रहा है वंस अगेन एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सेशन होने जा रहा है ऑस्ट्रेलिया पर। ग्रिफिथ यूनिवर्सिटी के इंटरनेशनल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव हमारे साथ आज अवेलेबल हैं, मिस्टर कुलदीप, और हमारे सीनियर एडमिशन ऑफिसर, हमारे HR कंसल्टेंट्स के आज हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं। First of all, to both of you, thanks to join us today. Especially thanks to Mr. Kuldeep that you join us today. और इसके अलावा आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे, स्पेशली हमारे पास बहुत सी इंक्वायरीज रिसीव्ड हुई हैं ग्रिफिथ यूनिवर्सिटी से रिलेटेड, स्टूडेंट डिस्कस करना चाह रहे हैं रिलेटेड IELTS फी स्ट्रक्चर यूनिवर्सिटी से रिलेटेड। बहुत से ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स की हमारे पास इंक्वायरीज प्लेस हुई है कि अपकमिंग इनटेक कौन सी है, क्या एडमिशंस ओपन हो चुके हैं, नहीं हो चुके, क्या ट्रैवल हो रहा है स्टूडेंट का। तो इन्हीं चीज़ों पर आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे और आपकी जो भी क्यूरीज है आप लाइव कॉल कर सकते हैं 034647474043 पर, या नीचे कमेंट सेक्शन पर अपनी क्यूरी क्लियर कर सकते हैं। यस मिस्टर फैजान, नाउ ओवर टू यू कैन आस्क द क्वेश्चंस।
Thank you, Tahir, and thank you, Mr. Kuldeep. We will start with our formal presentation, and then we'll be taking the questions. Clients, over to you, Mr. Kuldeep.
Thank you very much. Good morning to you all. It's evening here. I'm sitting in Brisbane, Australia. I'll just share my screen and put a presentation up. You can see my screen now?
Yes,
I can see.
Okay. Welcome to Griffith University. We are a university based in Queensland, Australia. My name is Dr. Kuldeep Sandhu. I am a senior academic and program director at one time for various programs at the Griffith Business School. I have been with the university for more than 25 years, and I have traveled to Pakistan a number of times, so I'm pretty familiar with the questions that you ask and things like that. So without any further ado, let's start. We are a university that is based in Queensland, which is the second largest state in Australia, as you can see from the map. And we have six campuses really, five campuses which are physical, and one is a digital campus. So the 4 campuses are in Greater Brisbane and 1 campus on the Gold Coast. And so those are 5 campuses, but we are basically only in Southeast Queensland. Queensland, well, you may ask, what is Queensland? Queensland is in the temperate region, so we've renowned to have 300 days of sunshine, which has been a proven fact. Our temperatures are very moderate. Winters are about 9 degrees, summers are between 21 to 30 degrees. Brisbane is the 3rd largest city in Australia with a population of 2.1 million people, with the Gold Coast having another 600 over 1,000 population. So combined, we are quite a large city. We're close to Sydney and Melbourne. One of the things that we do offer international students as well in Brisbane is that all the public transport that we have, which services the city and regions, does provide concession rates to international students. Not every state does that, but Queensland does that. And it has always been voted, Brisbane has always voted one of the most livable cities in Australia, or in the world, in fact. That's just a sample. That's a picture of Brisbane. That has been taken from our campus on the other side of the river, looking at the city, as one of our South Bank campuses. That's a picture of Gold Coast with the beach, and the campus is at the back, which I will show you later. Now, one of the other things that we have in Queensland or Brisbane is that compared to other cities like the graph shows there, Sydney, Melbourne, New York, London, we are one of the cheaper cost of living because of our smaller population. So the average rental weekly rental in Brisbane is 275 as compared to say 428 in Sydney, which is nearly double, right? So that is a plus factor there, I suppose. And of course, students are always keen to know uh, whether there are jobs with being a smaller population, but we're not really that small a population compared to Australia in perspective to Australia's population of about 24 million people. We are actually quite large. Um, we have all the top industries: financial, mining. In fact, we are one of the largest mining states in Australia, with a lot of natural resources. Because of that, and because of a lot of migration of population coming from down south, our construction industry is very strong, as well as our tourism industry is one of the biggest in Australia. Although at the moment it's have been hit hard, but Queensland is okay. We're starting to open things up. Now, Griffith University has been around since 1975. We have over 50,000 students, out of which about 88,000 to 9,000 are international students. They come from over 130 countries. So we don't concentrate only on one. They come from 130 countries. And we have lots of online programs as well as on face-to-face programs and research centers and so forth. I'll just give you an idea of the students we get and things and so forth. I just want to show a very short video. If you could bear with me.
I'm studying dental health science,
interior design,
major in accounting and finance,
Bachelor of Social Work, Information Technology, Commerce and International Business, Masters of Marketing Advanced, Electronics and Computing Engineering at Griffith University. Now I'm studying the true passion of my life. All the practical hours that we do in here are actually practical hours really close to real scenarios. It's perfect.
Studying in Griffith University and studying abroad gives you a good opportunity to learn from so many new people, kind of living the lifestyle. The environment is so good out here as well.
the weather, the people, the campus itself is just very welcoming.
Going to the beaches, not far from Griffith Uni. The weather's always nice as well, which is good.
I like the community here. It was easy to make friends. Everyone here is really welcoming and super friendly.
I have a lot of friends from different countries, also from Australia. It's pretty international.
International students are so welcome, so nice, going to school with people of different ages, different cultures. My fellow students are amazing.
When I came to Griffith, I made a lot of friends that now are my friends for life.
Okay. Rankings, of course, depends on different rankings are different, but overall, on average, Griffith is always ranked at 2% worldwide out of 350 universities. There's all the different rankings we have in academic, in research, and so forth. Certain subject rankings, like for example, our hospitality and tourism is always, for the last 2 to 3 years, has been ranked number 1 in Australia, number 2 worldwide. Nursing and midwifery ranked number 4 in AWU, 41 in QS. So as you can see, we are fairly highly ranked in a lot of the courses that we offer. And the other thing that we do that is quite unique is that all our courses, when we review them, all our subjects and courses that we review, we actually have involvement from industry, because we have industry boards on all our departments or schools, as we call them, departments, and in faculty, so that everything that we do is consulted with industries, so that the courses that you do, the programs that you undertake, are industry recognized, as well as they are relevant, so that when you go out there to look for work, it is much relevant, and it is what employers are looking for. So these are some of the other subject rankings in top 51 in education, business admin, pharmacy, dentistry, and so forth. As we are a very wide ranging university, with all those campuses. Our study areas encompass the whole lot. So we've got business, we've got criminology, we've got science, medicine, health, education, music, visual and creative arts, architecture. So all those main general subject areas we do offer. So talking about the Griffith Business School itself, we have accreditation as in the AACSB International Accreditation, which is a business school accreditation. We also have CPA accreditation, all those different accreditations that go. Most of our courses are accredited by the accreditation body, so you are recognized. That's a picture of the Gold Coast campus, which is from the Gold Coast campus. And as I showed you a picture before for the beach, this is at the back. So that's the Gold Coast campus. That is the Nathan campus. Now, a lot of people would, look at that and say, wow, that looks like it's in a forest. Well, yes, it is in a forest, actually. But don't get frightened, because it is only 12 kilometers from the city, and we sit on the top of a hill. And as we sit on top of the hill and you drive down the hill, you come out of the campus, and that's the suburbs of the city. So we're not isolated at all. It's just that it looks like that because we're in the top of the hill, and the hill is surrounded by tourist forests. So it is only 15 minutes by car to the city, 20 minutes by bus, and you can even cycle in less than an hour. That's our Mount Griffith campus, and you can see Mount Griffith campus is on the other side of the same hill that I was talking about, and you can see where the city, the suburb is down the bottom of the hill there. So Nathan is the same, right? And that is the Logan campus, which is halfway between Gold Coast and Brisbane. It's a fairly small campus, and it's really got very limited courses that they offer there, nursing mainly. So one of the most of the courses that students from international destinations do are mostly at Gold Coast and at Nathan campus. A few like the arts, the design ones are done at the Brisbane City campus at Southbank, and a couple of ones like psychology and education at Mount Griffith. But majority of them are at Gold Coast and at Nathan. And that's our city campus. As you can see, it's with the Griffith Film School, the Queensland College of Art, and the Queensland Conservatorium of Music, which is part of Griffith University as well. And then we have a digital campus, which has become very important at the moment, because most of our courses, as you probably realize, have gone online because of the pandemic. And so we offer lots of online courses which students can undertake as well. We've been doing this for a long while. So when we had to move to the pandemic situation, and we started offering these courses, we were able to easily adapt to teaching online. And so most of our courses, we didn't stop students from studying when pandemic happened. We actually went directly online and started carrying on courses that we were teaching. Now, most of our programs require an IELTS score, or some of the other scores like TOEFL and Pearson and so forth. Most of the requirements are 6.5 with no sub-score below 6. But some of the health courses, require a score of 7. So individual courses have different scores, but majority are 6.5 with no sub-score below 6. At the moment, we are offering certain discounts because of in trimester 2 and 3 in 2020. I don't know whether that will continue in trimester 1 2021. We have 3 trimesters, T1, T2, T3. So each of them are 12 weeks in length. So that is to offer you greater flexibility in your studies. You don't have to do all 3 semesters if you don't want to. You can if you want to, right? But for international students, trimester 1 and trimester 2 you must do. Trimester 3 is not mandatory. You don't have to. You can work. Um, um, the requirements that while you are studying is that you can work 40 hours a fortnight, but of course during vacation time you can work as long as you want, as much as you want. These are some of the dates of our key dates. 2021 trimester starts on the 1st of March to the 11th of June. These are some of the programs we offer. Griffith English Language Institute also has you can do Tally and things like that. And then for students who do not have the scores to get into our programs, we do have pathway programs which are offered through our Griffith College. So with Griffith College, what happens is you come into our our master's program, you come into diploma, you do 1 year with them, and then you can move into year 2 and then finish the degree. There's also there's some of the programs that we offer there: healthcare, hotel management, information technology. We also, with the master's programs, we also have a master's qualifying program that you can get in if you don't now, with student life, of course, as a Griffith University, we have our sports and fitness clubs, societies, and all those things. And I encourage students to actually get involved in those areas because it is part of university life, right? Accommodation, we have all types of accommodation. When you do come and apply to Griffith University, we will send you a package. We will explain what are the different options of accommodation you can have. You can stay on campus, you can stay off campus. If you need help to stay off campus, we will arrange that for you. If you want to find it yourself, that's fine. If you need somebody to meet you at the airport, we will also organize that for you, but you have to put in an application for that early on. So all that we arrange for you. So don't worry, we don't leave you alone, right? You will be looked after, and as much help as you need, we will provide that. We're also offering scholarships. Some of the scholarships, there's no application required. They're automatically given to you as you gain admission. Some of the other scholarships, there is an application, and for more information on scholarships, that's the link down there, griffith.edu.au international scholarships. So there's a 20% reduction in trimester 3, and then for trimester 1 next year, we have 25% off tuition fees for the duration of the program.
Kuldev, I want to interrupt. What are the requirements to get the scholarship, to be eligible for the scholarship?
Well, the ones where there's no application is and the scholarship is given to you. The other ones are here. A Griffith Remarkable Scholarship, which is 50% of tuition fees for the duration of the program. That scholarship, you need to apply. You need to have a statement of purpose, and you need to have a GPA score of 5.5 out of 7 in your previous study.
All right. In Pakistan, normally we have a 4.0 CGPA scale system.
That's
so
okay. We will convert that. We do convert that. That's a scale that we use and we convert it.
All right. Okay. And my other question is about your IELTS requirement. What if a student does not meet an IELTS requirement? What are the alternative can you offer to our students?
Galley, they can do a Galley program, which they will have to apply, and they will look at your IELTS score and then uh, uh, suggest the amount of time you have to do to 5 weeks or 6 weeks or whatever.
All
They
right.
can come here and complete that and then carry on with their study.
All right. And what if a student is under 18? Your accommodation is very fantastic. I've seen the presentation.
Yeah.
But question is about students for under 18. Do you provide guardianship to them?
Yes, we do. Griffith will provide a guardianship, and there is a condition for students under 18. They have no choice. They have to have homestay. So they will have to stay with the family. Yeah. So they can't stay on campus in hostel or anything like that. They have to have homestay. Once they turn 18, they can do what they like. And we will arrange guardianship. Yes.
Okay, that's great. Please carry on.
Okay. Now, like I said earlier, you can work while you study of 40 hours per fortnight. And Australia does have a national high national minimum wage, which is, I think from memory, is about $18 to $19 an hour. So you don't get ripped off. You actually get paid that when you work. During the holidays, you can work as much as you want, as much work as you can get. Then after you finish your degree, as long as you've done a 2-year degree, you will get 2 years of a post-work study visa. If you study on the Gold Coast, for any programs that are offered on the Gold Coast, because now Gold Coast has been reclassified as a regional area, you will get 3 years of work study visa after you finish your degree. Right, so that's the situation at the moment. Of course, those things are fluid. Now, one of the things, to help you, I suppose one of the things that students always ask is, how do we find part-time work? Well, Griffith is the first university in Australia. We offer you a service from a company called Unitimes. Unitimes is a worldwide company, started in Britain actually. And we have signed a deal with an agreement with Unitimes, and Unitimes will help students to look for connections between Griffith students and employers to find part-time work opportunities. Also, they help you when you're looking for full-time work, but that's a different story because we have other arrangements there as well. But for part-time work, Unitimes will do that for you. We have officers, Unitime officers on our Nathan campus, as well as on our Gold Coast campus. So you can go up there, talk to them, and they'll help you find work. They've been going with us for over 3 years now, I think, and they have had very high success rates, over 85%. So they will help you, and there are jobs available. And so students can get work quite easily. My recommendation is, please don't start looking for work as soon as you get here. Please get settled. Once you're settled with your study, you've organized yourself, you've got your timetable, then you can start looking for work, right? And we encourage you to work because all students work, even domestic students do work. Now, the other thing is our students, we are aware that a lot of students, most students are looking for work after they finish in their degree. So all our degrees have a lot of practical areas in there where students can engage themselves with industry, relevant industry. They have a lot of innovative learning that we do, which is supported by industry, and our programs are flexible so that can happen. So we encourage that. And to do that also, most of our programs have things like internships, work integrated learning, industry affiliates program. We have community internships that every student can do, which is counted towards their degree. And all these are counted towards their degree, right? And so you are able to get some work experience in Australia, which will help you when you go out to look for work. So we encourage.
And what if internships are paid or unpaid?
Most of the internships are unpaid, but some of the clinical placements are paid. So with medicine, with pharmacy, they are paid, but most of the other internships are unpaid, yes. They are part of the, they're actually part of the degree. So they're part of a subject that you do. And so you get credited towards that subject.
And is it the mandatory requirement for the students to get into?
Some programs have mandatory requirements with the industry affiliates program, but most programs no, it is a choice. In fact, there is entry requirement that you must maintain a GPA of 5 out of 7 before you can even be considered to do an internship.
And what is the employability ratio after graduation for Griffith University graduates?
Griffith, I don't have figures, but I did have, I can't remember, but Griffith has a very high, I think it's over 80% employability, a very high ratio. We're one of the top in Australia because we put a lot of effort into employability. We do understand that, you know, so that's why we have all these things, and all our programs have a lot. In fact, a lot of our programs now are starting to encompass soft skills into the curriculum, because one of the things that we're finding with students, not only international students, all students, with the younger generation students, a lot of them do not have the soft skills to actually go and look for a job. You know, things like, you know, how do you sit for an interview? How do you do that? And we are starting to put that into programs. Although we do have, the careers people, which I'll come to a minute, where we also do that. But let me do this first with the hands-on learning. We also have field trips at the end of years. Our students have gone to India to do field trips in villages where they give them clean water, things like that. So we do a lot of those type of things where students can get good, experience. Like this one here, our practical experience, the Star Gold Coast. 7 students, 75 hours of internship in front office, concierge, housekeeping, so that they actually got into that and were able to get experience in that area. And then we have the Careers and Employment Service. Now, this service is different from Unitimes, right? Unitimes is a private thing that we have agreed with to provide students with part-time jobs. This is a Griffith University institute. And by the way, all these services are free. We don't charge for them, right? And this service helps you to become job ready. How to get work after you finish your graduation. How do you write resumes? How do you write cover letters? How do you sit for interviews? We do that. We also organize mentors for students who are interested while they're studying, so that they can have industry contact. They can build a network. Now, one of the things that I recommend to all students is, please do not wait till your final year to go and start looking for work or contacting these people. Do it the day you are settled in your degree. Contact these people, because you need to start. Today is different. Looking for work is a lot different from my days, and I'm sure for Mr. Faizan said and Tahir's times. Today, it is not about going to job seek. That's only a very small portion of looking for work. You have to be ready in terms of having a network, of terms of having contacts, in terms of having experience, and all those things need to be done. We offer lots of services even in our degrees, things like PabblePad. PabblePad is a program that Microsoft has, where we have people who help you with that, and you add your achievements while you're studying into PabblePad, so that by the time you are ready to look for work, you have a good portfolio. Not the type of portfolios that you have when you do art and things like that. This is your own personal profile that you can use, right? And show your achievements and things like that. And with Careers and Employment, they run a lot of networking type events. They organize a mentor for you, so that all in all, what we try to do is we get you to the point that when you finish your degree, you're not starting up then to look for work. You've already got. In fact, we're hoping that you already have a job before you finish, and some of them do that. And that is one of the things that we do, right? And we encourage students to actually engage in that. And then, of course, because we have such a wide range of courses that we offer, this is the types of industries that graduates get into: clinical, industry, academia, marketing, sales, hospitals, schools, military, what you name it, we're there, right? Because we have careers, or people have careers in those areas. Now, going back to Brisbane, we have a lot of major projects that are on the way: the Queen's Wharf, the airport development, Brisbane Metro. So there are a lot of jobs. I'm not so because of all these things that are happening, there are a lot of jobs available in hospitality, in project management, in engineering, all sorts of places, right? Same with the Gold Coast. Gold Coast is one of the premier hospitality tourism areas of the world. So there are a lot of projects going on there as well. And this again means that students can look forward, right? And the other thing that we have, and again, these are free services. We have a program called English Help. Students can avail this program. This is not so much a program to help you improve your English, better what you do. It is more about, see, what happens is student comes to campus and they talk, they do their stuff in English. That's fine. But then they go back outside and they mix with friends from their own country. They talk in their own language. They don't improve. So the English that they do is the English that they need for study. What about English when you work? That's a different level that you need to improve on. So English Help gives you that. It improves your English. So it is a good initiative where you go and do your study, but in your free time, there's not that much time involved. This free help will help you improve your spoken English, your diction, your interaction, communication, things like that, right? And then we have, of course, the international student advice. If you have any issues, any concerns, they will help you. They have specialized people there, health and well-being, and of course, we have disability services. All those things are there to help students to have a good experience at Griffith University when you come and study with us. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask.
Sure. We do have a lot of questions to be asked.
That's okay.
Do you accept Duolingo test and IELTS test?
Sorry?
Does Griffith University accept Duolingo test instead of IELTS test?
Yeah. We offer any test. TOEFL, all those we accept. PT, or we accept all those. Yeah. We accept all those tests.
And what are the equivalency?
And we will convert the equivalency. Huh?
All right, fine. I got your answer.
Yeah.
And let's talk about something serious about the pandemic. What are the special circumstances Griffith University has offered to their international students, especially to South Asian students?
During the pandemic, I mean, we did like what I think our universities actually were very proactive. Like Griffith University, for example, we made sure that their welfare was all right for a start. There was, food parcels and all those things. We also, what we did was we went online, so they didn't hamper their study, and students who could not or did not have the internet facilities at home, Griffith gave them a computer, gave them internet access, all those things we did for the international students so that they could actually carry on their study. And so there was no issue there. We also, for the period of last year, we also said, look, we know it's a situation that is unusual. So any student who unfortunately, because of whatever circumstances, does not pass their subject, that will not be counted towards the GPA for that particular year. We also were very flexible in terms of, extensions and things. I mean, all those normal things, we were very flexible, and we did all those things. And I think the response and the feedback we got back from students was that it was very positive. Students, in fact, what we are finding that a lot of students are starting to re-enroll in online classes for the time being. because of that, because the learning experience has been very good. Because as I said earlier, we've been doing online stuff for a long time. So our online stuff is not just about students, just not about students sitting there and listening to somebody talk. No, we have interactive classes. We break them into small groups. We have pre-recorded lectures. We do some live stuff at there, and then we have a lot of discussion. So it is like being in class, but being virtual. That's all it is. Yeah, yeah. Of course, there's not that face-to-face contact that is important. That's not there, but everything else is there.
All right. And what is the number of students in a class strength? So we can say if a student is getting focused by the teacher or by professor, or
it all depends. It all depends on the class. But with postgraduate classes, where you have students, where most of our South Asian students go, you're looking between 30 and 50. Between 30 and
fine. Yeah. Fine. That's great. Tahir, do you have more questions?
No, I don't. No, I don't have any question.
Okay. Kuldeep, that's it. Thank you so much for your time.
Not a problem.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Kuldeep, that you especially thanks to you that you joined us today. It was very interactive session to all of us and for students. And thank you, Mr. Fazan, that you joined us today. It was very interactive session. और मैं अपने तमाम viewers को भी यहीं पर यही कहना चाहूँगा कि आज का जैसा कि आपने सेशन देखा, मिस्टर कुलदीप ने बहुत सी इन डिटेल डिस्कशन की ग्रिफिथ यूनिवर्सिटी के बारे में. वो स्टूडेंट्स जो ग्रिफिथ यूनिवर्सिटी में जाना चाह रहे थे, आई होप कि उन स्टूडेंट्स को काफी चीजें क्लियर हो गई होंगी, क्योंकि इसमें इन डिटेल डिस्कशंस हुई हैं रिलेटेड IELTS फी स्ट्रक्चर, यूनिवर्सिटी के बारे में, एडमिशंस के बारे में, पैंडेमिक के बारे में, जो मेन क्वेश्चंस हैं उसमें क्लियर हो चुके हैं. इसके अलावा अगर आपको कोई भी मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग यहाँ पर क्रिएट हो रही है तो आप मिस्टर फैजान से कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं. मिस्टर फैजान का नंबर है 034647477019 पर आप इनसे कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं. फौरन से अपने डॉक्यूमेंट भेज सकते हैं एनालिसिस के लिए, या फिर अगर आप इनको फेस टू फेस मिलना चाहते हैं तो मिस्टर फैजान अवेलेबल है हमारे इस्लामाबाद HR ऑफिस, हेड ऑफिस में इस्लामाबाद में. आप बिल्कुल मिल सकते हैं या फिर इन्हें कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं. मैं वंस अगेन नंबर रिपीट कर रहा हूँ 034647477019 पर डॉक्यूमेंट्स व्हाट्सएप कीजिए. डॉक्यूमेंट्स व्हाट्सएप करने का पर्पस ये होगा कि आपके डॉक्यूमेंट्स देखकर आपको बेस्ट ऑप्शंस प्रोवाइड किए जाएंगे, या फिर अगर फेस टू फेस मिलना चाह रहे हैं तो अपने डॉक्यूमेंट्स के बगैर मत जाइए. डॉक्यूमेंट्स लाजमी साथ लेकर जाइए, क्योंकि डॉक्यूमेंट्स अगर आप नहीं लेकर जाएंगे तो हमारा एडमिशन ऑफिसर भी ब्लैंक और आप भी बिल्कुल ब्लैंक, हम आपको कोई ऑप्शंस प्रोवाइड नहीं कर सकेंगे. तो वंस अगेन थैंक्स टू बोथ ऑफ यू दैट यू जॉइन अस टुडे. और आज का मैं अपना सेशन यहाँ पर एंड करना चाहूँगा. अपना ख्याल रखिएगा. अल्लाह हाफिज़. थैंक यू सो मच. थैंक यू.
Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you. See you later. Bye bye.